Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today, we'll be discussing a topic that affects the entire planet, El Niño. El Niño is a complex weather pattern that occurs every few years in the Pacific Ocean, and it can have a significant impact on weather patterns all around the world. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at El Niño, how it works, and what we can expect in 2024. What is El Niño? El Niño is a climate pattern that occurs when warm water from the western Pacific Ocean moves eastward towards South America. This warm water brings changes in atmospheric pressure, which in turn affects the weather patterns globally. During El Niño, we typically see an increase in rainfall and storms in South America, while droughts and heat waves are more likely to occur in Australia and Southeast Asia. The opposite of El Niño is La Niña, which occurs when cold water moves from South America to the western Pacific Ocean. How does El Niño work? To understand how El Niño works, it's important to know a little bit about ocean currents. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean on the planet, and it has a complex system of currents that circulate around the ocean. The current that is most relevant to El Niño is the Pacific trade winds. These winds blow from east to west, pushing warm surface water towards Asia. This creates a pool of warm water in the western Pacific, which is why this area is typically warmer than the eastern Pacific. During El Niño, the trade winds weaken or even reverse, which allows the warm water to move eastward towards South America. Effects of El Niño. El Niño can have a range of effects on weather patterns around the world. Here are some of the most significant impacts. Agricultural productivity. During El Niño, some regions may experience droughts, while others may experience flooding. Both of these conditions can decrease agricultural productivity. Droughts can dry out crops and cause them to fail, while flooding can destroy crops and wash away topsoil. Sea level rise. During El Niño, sea levels typically rise due to the warmer water. This can cause coastal flooding and erosion, which can be particularly damaging in low-lying areas. Wildfires. El Niño can increase the risk of wildfires in some regions. Droughts can dry out vegetation and increase the risk of fires, while the increased rainfall in other regions can lead to more plant growth, which can also increase the risk of fires. What can we expect in 2024? Based on current climate models, we can expect to see another El Niño event in 2024. While it's still too early to predict the exact impacts of this event, we can look at previous El Niño events for clues. For example, the most recent significant El Niño event occurred in 2015-2016, and it had a significant impact on weather patterns around the world. We can expect to see similar impacts in 2024, including changes in temperature, precipitation, and storm patterns. Conclusion. In conclusion, El Niño is a complex climate pattern that can have significant impacts on weather patterns all around the world. Based on current climate models, we can expect to see another El Niño event in 2024, which means we can expect some significant changes in global weather patterns. It's important to be prepared for these changes, especially if you live in a region that is particularly vulnerable to the effects of El Niño. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.